Up with KREM begins now.
Hey friends, 6 o'clock here on your Monday morning. Time to rise and shine. Make it a great day. Welcome to the show. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. We've got our meteorologist Thomas Patrick here with us as always.
Hey, Thomas.
Thomas, you've been tracking these little bits of rain that have been moving their way through. Do we get rain today?
Yeah, it looks like there are still just some little bits of rain, but nothing more than that. To explain further, let's actually zoom in on Coeur d'Alene. Does that look like a little bit of rain right over the city? So if you're between Hayden and Coeur d'Alene, looks like you're getting light rain. Everywhere else, probably not right now. So showers will be no bigger than that in terms of size this morning, and I think it's even less during the afternoon. Let's move up towards the rest of North Idaho, where in Sandpoint, your early morning rain has departed. Looks like there's still, again, a little bit in Bonners Ferry, but that won't last for more than a couple more minutes. I have these showers. I think I'm going to change that right now. In fact, let's move this back to just cloudy skies this afternoon. So there is a live update to your forecast. I think the rain is going to be few, far between, and light, if anything.
Let's take you live outside now to look at the road conditions at I-90 and Division. Off to a great start here. Dry road conditions, a little bit of that lingering wet roads from over the weekend. Got a good amount of rain last night, but overall just maybe some small puddles, but nothing that's going to cause you problems on your morning commute. We'll keep a close eye on traffic throughout the morning. We'll show you live pictures throughout our network so you know what it looks like before you head out the door. Happening today, Spokane City Council is expected to talk about a new parking tax proposed by the mayor.
So if passed, the tax could start this upcoming spring. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is live this morning in downtown Spokane. Brandon, what else do we know about this tax?
Yeah, good morning, Tim, Nicole. Well, the mayor says this is a tax that would be 12% on parking lots and parking garages here in the core of downtown. The mayor also says that the funds that come from those tax would be distributed towards street improvement, street repair, street projects, things of that nature. Also, under this proposal, there will be exemptions for drivers who have to drive and park here for either their job or for student parking. Also, in the proposal, it says privately owned parking lots could qualify for a lower rate of 6% if the owner has an accepted building permit with the city to eventually develop that lot, meaning those lots could turn into housing or commercial buildings. The mayor did recently speak with our team about this proposed tax.
If we did not have this revenue, we would probably have to take cut street funding from the general fund to streets, and that, I think, is where you would start to see the impacts.
So a potential vote is expected on this tax at tonight's city council meeting. An amendment has been added by Council President Betsy Wilkerson that would push the date back for when the tax would start. Instead of the tax beginning January 1st, it would now begin on April 1st of 2025 if passed. Again, we'll have coverage on this proposed tax. We'll have details on whether it passes or not throughout our shows later tonight. For now, live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
In a matter of hours, the off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot who tried to cut off the engines of a plane mid-flight 2 years ago is set to be sentenced today in federal court. Joseph Emerson pleaded guilty to all charges from the October 2023 incident. He told investigators he was under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms while riding in the jump seat of a flight from Everett to San Francisco. He said he believed he could wake up by grabbing the red handles to cut off the engines, which would have crashed the plane. Prosecutors are seeking 1 year in federal prison.
The man accused of hitting and killing a woman while driving impaired is on the schedule for his first court appearance today. Spokane Valley Police say on Friday, a woman was trying to cross North Sullivan Road north of Broadway Avenue, and that's when 29-year-old allegedly hit her with his car. There were also 2 children in the car. Police arrested the man for vehicular homicide and reckless endangerment.
The vehicle involved in a deadly weekend hit-and-run in Plummer, Idaho has been found. Idaho State Police say it is a 2008 Chevy Silverado with Washington plates, registered to a Spokane address. It's believed the driver of the truck hit and killed a woman on northbound Highway 95. Troopers say the registered owner has not been confirmed as the driver. This is still an active investigation.
In Shoshone County over the weekend, a Missoula woman died in a rollover crash. Idaho State Police say she was in the passenger seat and the man driving did not turn with the road. This was on westbound I-90 near Cataldo. The car went off the road, rolled, and the woman was ejected out of the car. Both the driver and the passenger went to the hospital, but unfortunately the woman died from her injuries.
New this morning, Washington State University has announced they plan to increase tuition again for next school year.
At Friday's meeting, the school's Board of Regents voted on a 3.3% increase. For in-state students, that means about an extra $400 a year. And for out-of-state students, it'll be about $450. At that same meeting, the Regent also voted on the budget for the proposed upgrades to Giesa Field. The total project budget will be $12 million, and private donors are funding this. So far, the school says they have $6 million in signed pledges, plus another $700,000 in verbal commitments. The WSU Board of Regents' next meeting will be at WSU Spokane in January.
The time now is 6:07. This morning, the search is underway for the next Coeur d'Alene fire chief. The city announced Fire Chief Tom Grief is stepping down and retiring next year. Grief has been with the department for 30 years, leading the department through equipment upgrades and building relationships across departments around the Inland Northwest. In a statement, Grief shared he has been surrounded by some of the most amazing and dedicated professionals, adding, quote, "This community will always be my home, and I'll forever be proud to have worn the badge here." The department says his last day will be April 17th of 2026.
Over the weekend, people gathered to celebrate the life of former University of Idaho basketball coach Don Monson. Monson coached for over 30 years across the Pacific Northwest. He started at Cheney and Pasco, then joined Idaho in the late 70s. He then started coaching Oregon in the 80s. Monson's family said it was remarkable to see how many people Don impacted in his life.
What you see is what you get. He was kind of old school, and I hope they take away from this that he was a person that was one to be celebrated. He was a good guy.
Some former players said they considered Coach Monson a second dad.
The time is 6:08. This morning is still pretty mild for mid-November standards. In fact, with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, this is above what is normally our high temperatures for the day. And we'll warm into the 50s this afternoon. I think most of the rain here is pretty much done, save for maybe the occasional sprinkle here or there. I did drop our rain chances from 30 to just 10% for today. So honestly, it'll be more cloudy than not. Maybe just the very, very isolated rain shower, if anything.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, there will be an open house for a proposed interchange at I-90 and Highway 95. The Idaho Transportation Department's interchange design hopes to create better connections to Appleway Avenue and improve traffic flow. ITD will share the new design at an open house tomorrow at the Best Western Plus Coeur d'Alene Inn. You can drop in anytime between 4 and 7 p.m.